This is weird because like I haven't made a video in like how long? It's been a couple months since I made a video, and I don't even know how to start it. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just kind of here. Anyways, if you don't know who I am, that's probably because you found me from my Alexa video I made a while ago, where I had like my room was a mess, and then Alexa was like, "Pick all this stuff up," and then it had like the red ring. Super clickbait. Super clickbait. I had like the red ring, but like I went into Photoshop and like blurred out the little mute button, so it looked like it was just evil. Not my proudest video, but it did get a lot of views, so whatever. And then I also have like a 10-hour video where I just had a bunch of random crap I found on the internet. Both of those blew up, and I really like them. I mean, I actually really hate both of them, but but either way, if you don't know who I am, you might have subscribed to me from finding one of those. Either way, whether you found me on accident or not, I'm here now. I'm in your sub box, and I got some stuff to talk about, and I do think you should at least listen to this video before leaving me forever. Today I want to talk about just finding yourself and kind of realizing who you are and what you want to do in life, and why we're like all so pushed into finding what that is, especially with college. Like, oh my god, that's crazy. But personally, I've struggled with this a lot, and that's why I want to talk about it, just like mainly with YouTube and finding, like I said, with college, what I want to do in life. You'd think you know who you are because that's you, but like sometimes it's not that easy. There's probably some people out here that are hearing my words more than others, but mainly I'm just trying to reach out to the people who might not know exactly who they are. And I mean, I have a pretty good sense of self, and I know what I want, and I know what I stand up for and things like that. But in terms of like career goals and maybe even a little bit of personality, there's some things I'm not entirely sure of, and I've kind of been struggling with that lately. Like, there's all these roles in society, or even just like school, where like, are you the funny one? Are you the happy one? Are you the emo one? It doesn't even matter. Like, just kind of assigning yourself with one of those roles really does kind of give you a sense of belonging. But some people just don't have that, and there's a lot of people that I've noticed in my school who just don't even really seem to associate themselves with any specific trait or a group, and they're just kind of floating around, and that doesn't sound like a very good place to be. And you might know you're a good person, you might know you're standing up for the right things, but you might not know exactly everything about yourself in a way, if that makes sense. But if you're not able to identify yourself with a group or with a trait or with a role, I guess, you might find yourself just kind of like floating around and kind of in a void. And that's where a lot of people can find trouble in getting into like, not maybe not gangs, but like finding themselves in the wrong crowd. But for real, ask yourself right now, who am I? What do I do? Am I happy doing what I do? Because a lot of the time the answer is no. And maybe if you're a little bit older, you might kind of know more of your purpose and your place and what you offer to the world. But at my age, and that's what I'm assuming my viewers' ages are, is around here, just like high school, middle school-ish, you're really not too sure, and you don't really know what you offer, and you might kind of think you don't have any worth or anything. And this leads into a whole different topic, and I might talk about this some other time, but that can lead into just not feeling like you're worth anything, or not even seeing like a purpose in life. And that's not something you want to have. And that's why it's so important to know your place and know what you do and why it's important. And that's why I really don't like the idea of going with the flow, because if you just go with the flow, you end up kind of just assimilating with all these other ideas, and you just kind of fit into this world that somebody else made up for us. Like with the college, I don't know, it's like if you just go with the flow, you're going to be born, you're going to go to school, you're going to graduate college, you might not even know what you want to do, but you're pushed into this new world anyways because you got to make money. You get a job you don't like, you get far into your career, you retire, you buy a gold watch, and that's that. And that's just not, I don't think that's really what life is about. I don't think it's about just surviving and making ends meet and then leaving, because that's just kind of sad in a way to me. I think a much more purposeful life would be to do something you really do enjoy doing and having fun doing what you do, and not making it all about making money, because at the end of the day, money does not buy happiness. There's plenty of millionaires who are not happy with themselves because their work might be just completely meaningless, but it's also making them money, and maybe when they took that position, they thought, oh, this money's going to be great. I can buy all these things. But even with all that stuff, you don't really, I don't know, you don't really have happiness. You're not really doing anything that makes you happy. You're just kind of wasting your time making all this money, which really doesn't give you much in the end. But my main thing is, if you're struggling to find yourself, don't just settle and don't just go with what everybody else is saying. Slow down a little bit. Try to find some hobbies. Try to look back and see what you've already done previously to make yourself happy, and see if you can kind of continue with that. Like, I'm going to give a personal example for this, but if you look back and see the consistencies, that can really help you determine what you really do like doing. Because I was planning on doing an animation video, and I was like drawing all these characters, and it was like I really liked it. It was taking a long time to make, but eventually I just lost what I was even really going after, and I just kept drawing stuff, and I realized that this isn't what I want to do. And I tried so many different things. I've done so many different things through the years. I've done like Minecraft. I did like parkour at one point. I did like a little bit of vlogs. I'm just all over the place. But the one consistency there is the videos and just the filming, and the way that I make things is all the same. Try to find what your consistency is. Try to find what you've been going through for the past. Like, I know one of my friends has been doing music for a really long time. Like, I'm pretty sure since like probably elementary school, he's just been doing like chorus the whole time, and now he wants to be a music teacher. And that's one way that you can kind of look back and see consistencies, and apply it to getting older and a career. I don't know. This video was totally all over the place. This is just kind of an example of how much I don't really know about this stuff, and I'm not trying to teach people with this. I'm just trying to display what I already know, because I definitely don't have any of this stuff figured out. I'm just trying to explain what I know and what I've figured out so far, because I've got college coming up. I've got a job coming up. I mean, I already have a job, but a more serious, real like career. I'm trying all this new stuff with YouTube, and I've just got a lot of crossroads coming up, and I really need to figure out who I am. And looking back has really helped for me. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm even going to post this. This might be like really bad. I've got to look back at it and see. But yeah, that's all I got to say.